Welcome back, welcome back. Her books have been translated into more than 27 languages and have become bestsellers around the world. She's a cousin of former Chilean President Salvador Allende, a fact that made her flee her country during the Pinochet era. Her latest book, The Sum of Our Days, is a memoir, her second of two memoirs, that takes up the story of her life from the time of her daughter's death 16 years ago. Joining me now is one of the greatest Latin American novelists, and in this case, this is a factual book, Isabel Allende. Isabel, this is the second of two major memoirs, and the first one, Paula is very present in this book, but the first one was occasioned by the death of your daughter Paula, yes?
Mm-hmm. My daughter Paula died on December 6, 1992, of a very rare condition called porphyria, which I think runs in the royal family, by the way, in England. And I wrote a memoir then called Paula, and it was the first years of my family in Chile and her life. And then this book takes from that point to 2006.
And it had a tremendous impact. A lot of, I mean, losing a daughter is about the worst thing that can happen to anybody, isn't it?
The sadness never goes away. I've learned to live with it, and I like it. It's a sort of sediment in the bottom of the heart, a very fertile soil. Everything grows there.
Is she very much in your life still today?
Yes, she's present in a foundation that I have. She's present in the fan letters I get. 80% of the letters I get are because someone has read that book. And her photographs, we remember her constantly.
And she's much there in the second book. And as is your whole family, your family, you refer in here to the tribe.
The tribe.
The
yes.
tribe letting. It's amazing. I mean, just going through, I was noting down there was. You said once the family drama has continued because if not, what the devil would I write about?
Yeah.
You said. Celia leaves Nico and moves in with stepson Jason's girlfriend Sally, and then you find Laurie to replace her and take up with Jason and your husband.
It's a melodrama, a soap opera.
It is. It's an amazing soap opera, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and as you say, what on earth? Well, of course, you just have to stick to novels if you didn't have this wonderful family to write about.
I would have to, but it's easier for me to write novels than to write a memoir. In a memoir, you have to ask permission and submit the manuscript to the people who are characters in the book. And not everybody agrees with my version of things.
Do they not?
No, they don't.
And did this book, The Sum of Our Days, start... Did you start work on that on January the 8th?
Yes, I only start on January 8th.
Now that is a fascinating point, and that goes back to when?
To my first book, The House of the Spirits.
Right.
People think it's superstition, and it was at the beginning, but now it's discipline. If I didn't have a date to start, I would be procrastinating forever. My life is very complicated. I need to set aside a few months of the year to write.
And so you have, every year, have you started a book since then, on January the 8th?
No, because sometimes I haven't finished the previous book.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
so you
but
finished
if I
one.
have finished the book, then I wait, and I start until, I start on January 8th. Yeah. If I have an idea in July, I have to wait 6 months.
6 months till you start on January the 8th in the following year. Well, it's a good form of discipline, isn't it? And so on.
Yes.
Willie, your husband, says that you'd be absolutely demented if you didn't write. I mean,
the family would be demented. They can't stand me. But when I'm writing, I'm 10 hours a day, locked in a room. They're very happy about it.
They are, because you're taken care of for that brief
I'm not
period.
bugging them.
Yes. And you said you're in favour of, you said in one thing, you're in favour of cosmetic surgery. You think that's a good idea because anything that makes old age look better.
Absolutely. Old age is not particularly beautiful. And I don't think that people get any wiser with old age either. You become more of what you have always been.
Do you become a better writer as you get older, do you think?
I think that you get more of a craft in this, like anything that you do repeatedly, you do it better. But you don't have more imagination or more creativity or better ideas, no.
And so what ambitions do you have now, Isabel?
None.
None, that's a refreshing answer.
None.
You'd like to have more time to yourself, would you?
No. My dreams or ambitions are for the world, not for myself. I have a very pleasant life, and I've done whatever I came here to do. I don't think I have anything left to do.
Maybe Nobel Prize for Literature?
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? No.
No, why not?
Because I don't even think of that. I don't think of awards or... I'm not a man. I'm a woman born in the 40s. We were supposed to be housewives. I've already done too much.
And one book you did write, you said, you wrote a book called Aphrodite, which was a sort of bawdy book about food and sex, and you said, quote, "Gluttony and lust are the only deadly sins worth the trouble."
Yes, I've tried all the others.
You've tried them all?
Yeah, they don't work.
They
don't give you any pleasure.
No, but just, you're going to stick with gluttony and lust.
Yes.
I suppose when you were laughing there about Nobel Prize for Literature, I suppose it is essential for anyone who's going to get a literary award like that. Their books have to be, it's rather unfair, but have to be translated into English for them to have a chance.
Yes, yes. But I write in Spanish and I have a very good translator.
And often people talk about your writing as being in the magical realism tradition. What does that mean exactly?
I think that it means that, first of all, it comes from the time of the boom of Latin American literature in the 80s, 70s and 80s. And now it's passé completely. The new generations of writers don't want to have anything to do with magic realism. But in my case, I feel that life is very mysterious. Things happen that I can't control, that I can't explain. And if I accept all that in my life, it comes naturally in my writing. But it is not like salt and pepper that you can sprinkle over anything you write. No, it doesn't work that way.
Well, it's a joy to have you with us, Isabel.
Thank you so much.
Come back and see us again, won't you?
Thank you.
And the name of the book, The Sum of Our Days.